forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, the sunshine returned today. Temperatures bounced up a little bit, but if you liked today, you're going to absolutely adore the rest of the week's forecast because our temperatures are going way up. All right, let's take a look at temperatures tonight. A little chilly out there. We've got readings in the mid-30s in Champaign, 40 in Springfield, and 41 in Effingham. But tomorrow, on Election Day, we make it back to the 60s for highs. It's going to feel good. We'll talk about how some winds may still be around and what day is the warmest this week when we come back. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Some stores had a different look today. Why they're preparing for Election Day and how. Indoor dining isn't allowed starting today in Region 6. How a councilman is fighting back.
And election results can sometimes be a quick return. Why that might not be the case this year.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
We certainly expect some peaceful things going on throughout the next couple of weeks.
But if violence strikes as we near Election Day, businesses and law enforcement are preparing to respond if necessary. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jessica Coons. Some businesses in Champaign have boarded up their storefronts. They're prepared in case looting happens like we saw earlier this year.
Police say they don't anticipate civil unrest, but they do have plans in place just in case.
WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen joins us live in the newsroom. Jennifer, police have been preparing for weeks.
Jessica, they certainly have. With Election Day tomorrow and the rising tension the nation has experienced this year, business owners feel a heightened need for security, and police have prepared to face that if needed. As people walked up to Marketplace Mall, they noticed some storefronts looked different than before.
They're obviously taking precautions on the election tomorrow.
Some stores like Macy's reinforced the glass entrance doors. The company said they did it for additional security leading up to Election Day if rioting or looting were to happen. Mall customers were called earlier this year when people broke through the storefronts and looted Marketplace Mall.
It's a shame that they have to board up, but you got to do what you got to do.
Law enforcement, including Champaign County Sheriff, Champaign and Urbana Police, and U of I Police, said they have all been coordinating plans of protection and response. Although officials don't have any information leading them to believe there is planned civil unrest, they say they are properly staffed to respond to whatever may happen.
As polarized as the nation seems to be lately, especially about the presidential election, I think it would be surprising if there wasn't something that would occur, but that's completely different than public disorder and civil unrest and things like that.
Shoppers at Marketplace Mall recognize the possible need for storefront protection.
You know, it's just a high tense time from what's been happening just over this whole year of 2020, from the coronavirus, from the what's been going on with the police brutality, and just a lot of other things that's been going on that's got a lot of people on edge.
But many people shared a common hope for the outcome of Election Day and beyond.
Whatever happens in elections tomorrow, eventually as a community, we should just all come together as one and reach a common goal. Common goal to make life better for both sides.
In a joint statement, police said the national rhetoric does not define the community. They say they hope people won't infringe on their neighbors' rights and will respect each other even in disagreement. In the newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Jennifer, thank you. Other news tonight, U of I police arrested a New York man for kidnapping at least 7 people. They say 27-year-old Felipe Guevara Sanchez was holding people and demanding ransom. The parents of one of the victims told police they'd already paid Sanchez $7,500, and he was asking for $1,200 more in exchange for their son. Police went to the drop-off site instead of the parents and arrested him. The Champaign County State's Attorney says federal investigators could potentially get involved.
Champaign police are investigating after a man was shot in the head this afternoon. Happened near North 6th and Beardsley. They say a 24-year-old man was walking when someone started shooting at him. He is expected to survive. A man in Decatur is dead after being shot near North Rosedale Avenue and West Hay Street over the weekend. Police say 32-year-old Trevoris Wells was found in a front yard. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. We have that number on your screen. 423-TIPS and at WCIA.com.
Decatur City Council approved the purchase of more body cameras for the police department. This will allow the department to buy 22 additional cameras. The police chief says this will give a camera to every sworn officer in that department. He says the need for more cameras became apparent when they had to start sending detectives on patrol because of events over the summer and the ongoing pandemic. Turning now to today's coronavirus numbers, the state's positivity rate is sitting at 8.1%. Region 3 is at 10.6% and Region 6 is at 9.5. More than 6,200 new cases were announced today. More than 3,300 people have been hospitalized. 722 are in the ICU. 298 are on ventilators. 20 more people have died, including 3 in central Illinois. That death total is more than 9,800 across the states. Today was the first day bars and restaurants across Region 6 had to close down indoor dining.
That's right, but a Danville council member says that's not fair and he's fighting back. WCIA3's Jen Lask is in studio. So Jen, what exactly is he proposing?
Well, Paul, Aaron Troglia says that if a bar or restaurant decides to stay open, he's willing to help them fight any fines with his own money.
I don't think it's legal. I don't think it's right. I think they're going to completely break the back of these small businesses.
That's why Aaron Troglia shared a message on Facebook offering to pay up to $20,000 of fines for any bars and restaurants that choose to defy Governor Pritzker's orders.
Last time they said it was going to be a month, and then it turned into like 3 months or 4 months. I just think these businesses, if they shut down, they're not going to reopen, a lot of them, especially the mom and pop restaurants.
He says he's not alone.
I had another friend of mine, he said he'd give $10,000 to.
Right now, Vermillion County's positivity rate stands just shy of 11%. And health officials have stressed that bars and restaurants are high-risk spots for spreading the coronavirus. I asked Troglia if he was concerned about health risks from bars and restaurants staying open.
No, I mean, if I was in poor health and I thought it was going to affect me, I wouldn't go out. I mean, no one's forcing you to go to the business. If you don't like it, stay home.
I reached out to Mayor Ricky Williams Jr. about the post. While Williams acknowledged he'd seen it, he says he has no comment other than reminding people in Danville to keep wearing their masks. I asked Troglia if any bars and restaurants reached out to him after he made that offer. Now, Paul, he says he did hear back from a few, although no one has said that they've been fined yet or threatened with those fines, and I'll keep you updated if we learn that changes.
Yeah, and certainly I'm sure that the people who work at some of these places, obviously they want to keep their jobs, and so they probably want to show up, but at the same time, it's certainly a health risk.
Yep.
All right, Jen, thanks. Well, Vermillion County's Public Health Department is reporting 178 active cases. That includes 27 new infections. That brings the total to more than 1,700 since the pandemic began. 2 men in their 80s have died, bringing the county's total to 14 deaths. Sydney's new community building opened its doors on Main Street this fall after years in the works. Tonight, the village board held its first meeting in the space with chairs spread out to allow for social distancing. Village President Jason Arrowsmith says he envisions the center not only hosting official village business, but also community events, weddings, showers, and more.
They're a place that the community can get together and do our Christmas events, our town events and birthday parties, you know, baby showers, stuff like that. It's just a place for people to be able to get together and enjoy town.
The space not only includes an area for village meetings, but also a large kitchen and a conference room for the village board members.
The IHSA said high schools could decide if they'll play basketball or not. Which ones have decided to opt out?
Plus, the fate of the graduated income tax could be decided tomorrow, but we may not know anything concrete for weeks.
And many of you probably think fondly of last year, but one dog is much happier now than she was then.